Xin-chao, what's up everybody? In this video, this is going to pretty much be targeted towards my male audience. This is going to be a video called Dating in Vietnam Age Range. And being an ageist, what age you should date, what the gap should look like, and realistic terms for if the gap is large. So we're going to get right into it. That's what I do with my channel. We're going to talk directly about what I think about these things. Do I have an opinion either way? Not really. Do I know what it's like to be a 60-year-old guy and want a 21-year-old girl? No, because I'm not 60. Do I have some friends that think this way here? Yes. So I can apply all these things and give you a little bit of knowledge on how this stuff works. So my general rule of thumb for me is a 10-year age gap tops. That's my opinion on the matter. I mean, it's going to vary from person to person on here. I want to hear all your guys' stories. If you guys don't mind, post your age gap with you and your wife or you and your girlfriend. And is the relationship transactional or is it pure love? Like, let's really hear it in the comments section. So my age gap with my wife is about 9 years, which I think is right at the top end of what you would want a age gap. You know, I wasn't too interested in dating anyone that was in their early 20s or even mid 20s. I like to have conversations and go in depth about stuff. I find that a 21, 22-year-old girl just is on TikTok a lot, and that's just not what I'm looking for. A lot of the times, if you're going to be like a 50-year-old dude with a 20-something girl or a 60-year-old dude with a 20-something girl, it's going to be really a transactional relationship. You know, I've had friends that have actually set up transactional, like a contract verbally spoken, like I'll give you this XX amount of money per month and you can stay with me in my nice apartment and XXX, you know. And I've got, you know, almost 90% of those guys, those relationships last a year or two. They don't really go the distance. She eventually wants more and more and more and more, and he eventually just gets tired of it, and it's like, what more do you need? You've got a Louis Vuitton bag, you've got the iPhone 18 Pro Max, you've got the earbud Pros, you've got the Watch Pro. You've got a random stray dog. That's a stray. No leash, no collar. I don't even know where he came from. You know, you've got everything. You've got the nice clothes. You'll see him, like, I'll go in the mall. You can go in the mall any given time, and I swear you will find a, like, 55-year-old dude taking a 20-something girl shopping in H&M where she's just got, like, 30 things of clothes in her hand. Or he's holding them, following her around. You go, oh, yeah, that looks good on you. Look, I don't have a problem with this stuff, but just know what's happening. She is not with you because you're a hot looking 60-year-old dude. Oh, that dog's got a bad barking habit. Oh, you just can't grab it, man. You gotta discipline it. You don't hit it, but that guy's got no handle on that dog. You know, just think about it in your head. What 21-year-old or 22-year-old chick that's pretty hot here, that's an 8, 9, or a 10, is going to be with a 60-year-old dude for? I don't care if you're the most in-shape 60-year-old dude in the world or even a 50-year-old dude. Hell, I'm even old now at 40. I would even think twice if for some reason some 21-year-old chick was into me when I'm at 40 now. You know, your hair starts to get gray. You don't look like you're not attractive. We're in the old crowd. I even consider myself now in that older crowd, you know. My facial hair grows gray now. Like, I am an older dude. I would never expect a young 20-something girl to be into me. Now, what I would expect is if I had all this money and I bought her shit, sure, she would be super into me. Because guess what? You see it every day here. I can find it every day. All you have to do is walk into a mall, and you will find a sugar daddy with a sugar baby is zero problems. It is just not a big deal. Your healthy age gaps, like I said, are going to be 1 to 9 years, 10 years tops. And if you want to be super healthy, 2 or 3 years, you know. I think 2 or 3 years is your ideal. We got some speakers. like they're trying to figure out the song. So let's get past it while they're figuring it out. All right, new song change. Well, we got lucky on that speaker. Didn't have to turn off. So I mean, it's really up to you. But I have to have this conversation with dudes all the time. I'm like, what are you thinking, dude? And they'll be all like super stoked. They'll be like, look at her, look how hot she is. I'm like, bro, that's gonna cost you like 15 million a month. You think she's just gonna hang out with you for free? I'm like, what's going through your head? And like, there's this whole thing of like, there's lots of ageist dudes here that are like, just won't even consider someone over 30. And when they're like 45 or 50 themselves. I'm like, why is this such a dude? There's plenty of hot chicks that are 30 here. Why is age such a number? Like, who cares? Let it go. And you're not Don Juan yourself, dude. Like, you're fat and you got a belly. You got little titties. I mean, you know, I just described myself, but a lot of the guys are kind of overweight or not in perfect shape. Like, why do you think you deserve a super hot chick? I mean, what's going through your head? Now, there are exceptions to this. There's exceptions to this always. You could be a very good talker. If you've got excellent A game, it's possible that you can lock down a younger, hotter chick without buying her a bunch of shit. And by my meaning of that is like someone 25 to 30. That's a much more possible thing. I'm telling you, every time you do 18 to 21, 22, that's going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem, my guy. It's never going to go right unless you're like 25 and hot, because that's what they're looking for. I promise you, they'll play you like a fiddle. They'll have your ass like thinking that you're just in love with them. Those two little scammer kids. They're good at fooling you, man. They will pull the wool over your eyes faster than you can say pull the wool over your eyes. So you just got to be keen. And like I said, if you're going to start creating a transactional relationship, well, just know that you've just created a transactional relationship. If you're buying her shit out of the gate, you bring her flowers on the first day, then you buy her some other shit and buy her some more stuff constantly, you have subconsciously made a transactional relationship. And I can't help you with that. No one can help you with that. That's what you've done. You pigeonholed that into that. So there's nothing that can be done with that. Like, once you've done that, there's no going back. It's okay to buy like a gift every once in a while, but not every month. Don't be buying scooters. Don't be buying lavish vacations, expensive dinner every night. Know your place. Hold on, I'll be back. Know your place. All right, I just had to walk through 6 speakers. So that was cool. So anyways, know your place. And here's what you can do. You can date the bar girl, but just date her. Date her a few times. Go out on a date or two. Go out to a dinner. If you get it in, get it in. And then never go back. Never hit her up again. These are not chicks that you try to marry. And if she's super hot and you don't know a lot about her past, that's a red flag enough to not move forward. It is like anywhere in the world. 9s and 10s are extremely difficult. They have the entire male population looking at them every day, 12 hours a day, the whole time they're out. And not that I'm saying that there's not exceptions to the rule, but you guys have got to get smarter with this stuff. Like, I run into so many people and I hear so many stories of just like a dude that I'm like, well, why didn't you have your Tinder set to like 35? Why not meet a nice 35-year-old girl with no kids, doesn't want kids, doesn't want to get married? Maybe she would get married if you want to get married. There's plenty of fish in the sea. You don't have to. There seems to be this like incredible need for expats that come here to have like a super hot looking like trophy wife type deal. Because probably like they couldn't get a trophy wife back home. That is honestly probably what it is. And that need is always going to put you in the trouble seat. It's going to put you in the hot spot. It's never going to lead to anything really fruitful. You know what it's going to equal? It's going to equal you wasting thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars, which I've heard that story time and time and time again. I know people have come here and maxed out their credit cards with the girl that they fell in love with, and shit goes sideways in a year, and they just wasted all this money for like no reason whatsoever. So I mean, you just got to be mindful. That's it for the video. Let me know again what you think of the age gap. Again, I'm not saying my information is exactly like a guide you have to go by. This is just from my experience with people I know here and subscribers I've met that have made a lot of poor choices, and the ones that have made good choices and not been an ageist and married someone that's more in their catchable for them are happily married right now, almost all of them, and have zero problem inside of their marital relationship and or long-term girlfriend-boyfriend thing. So again, I'm not an expert. I'm just giving you what I've heard from other people, what I've personally done in my life, and that's it. So, as ever, there's additional content on the Patreon that's pretty fire. And if you want to take a personal guided tour inside of Saigon, that's the only way you can do it. You got to hit the Patreon, and then we can do a tour. So, hit me up. Thank you guys for watching. As ever, stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.